You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for September 29th through October 3rd. Jill is back in Genoa City to spank her boys, and Claire is on the rebound. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, September 29th, it's season 52, episode 250 of YNR. And Sally is talking to Audra as they're jogging and says, good news, we're going to get Abbottcom back up and running and we'll both have jobs. And Sally is quite sure that Jack is going to decide to fund them again. Audra thinks it's great that Sally has a man she loves, but doesn't think her personal life should overlap with business, and says basically the two of them are at the whims of two men, Billy and Jack. Plus, Audra does not want to report to Billy at Abbottcom because he's going to be Sally's number two, the COO. And she tells Audra, don't worry about it. You will only report to me. Little Harrison Abbott is back from Italy. He had been visiting summer, and Kyle and Claire have a chat after they take Harrison to school. And Claire is giving Kyle this it's not you, it's me kind of speech. And Claire's talking about just other people having too much power over her life. This isn't just about Kyle. This is about Jordan and the way she was raised. That's why she's saying it's me. And Claire says she got involved with Kyle too fast, too deep, when she'd never even dated or anything. So Claire needs to go live a little. Her whole life has been controlled by Jordan, and now she feels like she's got to ask Kyle permission for things, and that's just not what she wants. Claire says she loves Kyle, but she has got to do what is best for her. After Claire lets him down, Kyle is absolutely devastated, and then Claire waits about 5 minutes before she calls Holden about going on that LA trip with him. Nick, Victoria, Victor, and Nikki are chatting at the mansion, and Victor says his blackmail didn't work on Cane, but he doesn't think the guy's going to use the AI. And then Nikki tells the kids that Jack came by to offer an alliance for them to work together to take down Cane. Victor says he's thinking about it, and he also says they're going to bring Jill back to Genoa City to deal with Cane, also with Billy. Victor thinks that with all these efforts, they can crush Cane, and says that the truce with Jack is only going to be short term, and then he's going to be back at it. But once they're alone, Nikki tells Victor she doesn't want him turning on Jack after this, and Victor is, of course, annoyed. And Nikki is also worried that Jill either won't help or will make things worse because she hates Nikki. So Nick and Victoria say the same thing. They're talking over at Crimson Lights, and they also think that Jill won't really help anything and is going to make it worse. Nick also thinks that Billy is going to lose it if he hears that Jack and Victor made an alliance. Plus, Jill might side with Cane, Billy might get more aggressive, and Nick tells Victoria that he and Sharon are going to be out of this drama for a few weeks. They're going to LA to help Noah with a work thing for a new club he's opening there. Jack goes ahead and he calls Jill, and they talk about Billy, and Jack is explaining there's a bunch of trouble that Cane is stirring up. Jill's upset about Billy icing her out over the Chancellor sale. Jack says that Jill's too lenient with Cane. So Jack asks Jill, get on a flight, come to Genoa City, help us deal with the Cane issue. Billy shows up to Jack's office and is asking him to restore the funding for Abbottcom. Billy says that Sally has convinced him to focus on that and forget about Chancellor. But Jack tells Billy, I just can't do it. It's not about Sally. I'm not going to roll the dice on you, because Jack feels like Billy's going to flip back to revenge and Chancellor. So it's just not a good idea. Billy's not very happy and vows to find a way to get Abbottcom up and running. And he doesn't believe it when Jack wishes him luck. Billy heads over to Crimson Lights and finds Sally there with Audra, and Sally can tell in an instant by the look on Billy's face he did not get the funding from Jack, but Billy insists he will find a way to make it happen. Jack goes to see Victor about the alliance against Cane, and we're going to see that hammered out later in the week. Tuesday, September 30th on Young and the Restless, season 52, episode 251. Tessa is having to defend her actions, actually defend the action she's planning to take. So she's telling Sharon that she needs to get answers about Mariah and she's going to go and demand them. But Sharon tells Tessa, maybe think about it, slow your roll. But Tessa says she can't think about anything else, and she's already given it a lot of thought and says that she thinks it's the only way to save Mariah and save their marriage. Nikki is very happy to write Diane a reality check on Tuesday, and Sally is hiding something from Billy, and we do know that she is on a video chat. I think it's a video chat versus a phone call with Jill this week before Billy's mom comes to town. On Wednesday, October 1st, season 52, episode 252 of Young and the Restless, Lauren puts Nikki in a really difficult position, and obviously it's something to do with Victor and Michael's relationship and what is going on with Cane. Lauren tells Nikki that she loves Michael, but she just doesn't know if she can take any more of what's been going on with him, and he still can't shake his old habits, so he may be running back to Victor already. Meanwhile, when Jack tries to find out more about the plans to deal with Cane, Victor is very secretive. He's playing his cards close to the vest, which is pretty standard for the mustache. Thursday, October 2nd on Young and the Restless, season 52, episode 253. Amy and Lily talk and they discover they have some common ground. This is really good for Amy because Lily might fill the void in her life that we had Audra sitting in before because Nate doesn't want Audra around Amy. Speaking of Audra, she's asking Nate for another chance on Thursday, and I think he's probably going to tell her that not a snowball's chance in hell of that happening. Jill shows up in Genoa City on Thursday, ready to see what's going on with Cane and Billy and try to get a grip on her boys. I wonder if she can stop Cane. And I also look forward to seeing Sally and Jill talking face to face. On Friday, October 3rd, we're going to wrap up the week of Young and the Restless with episode 254 of the current season. So Billy gets together with Jill on Friday and old wounds are reopened. Obviously, Billy's still really butthurt over the whole Chancellor thing, and he's jealous of Cane, so this isn't going to go well. It's not going to be a happy reunion. Jack and Victor develop a plan of attack to deal with Cane, and also this week, Nick is going to drop in and surprise Adam and Chelsea at Newman Media. I'm sure it's to discuss their dad's truce with Jack, and also for Nick to tell Adam he's leaving to go to LA for a few weeks.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.